It is Friday, April the 3rd. Here's what we've got for you. Peel Public Health apologizing after it sent out the wrong test results to 16 residents, if you can believe it. Cam Woolley has the details on that story. Premier Doug Ford says he wants everyone to know what the government knows. Some COVID-19 predictions and projections are quite dire. We will learn what those are this afternoon. The union representing TTC bus drivers is recommending their members limit the number of people allowed on board. We've got the transit agency's response coming up.
Great. So you're familiar with the exit?
Yeah.
I just need to run through some safety points with you quite quickly. In the event that you do need to use the exit, I need you to look outside first.
Okay, coming up in 10 minutes, Pooja's going to tell us more about this. We'll play more of it for you. This flight attendant's hilarious attempt to try and work from home. I think we could all use that. Okay, 6:01, 3 degrees. Good morning, Toronto. Happy Friday. This is CP24 Breakfast. Thank you for making us a part of your morning. My name's Gurdeep. Bill is outside with your weather forecast. More vitamin D today, Bill?
Yeah, certainly in the morning hours, yes. And this is the time when it actually matters. Between November and April, you don't get a lot of vitamin D from the sun because skin synthesis, it just doesn't work that well when the rays are diffuse. But April through November, you know, soak it up when you can out on your balcony, through the windows, throw open those curtains. This morning. Now, we are going to get the cloud thickening up through the midday hours, and this afternoon mainly cloudy with even the risk of a few late-day sprinkles on the east side of the GTA, a little drizzle possible. It's not a huge storm system. It's just retrograding back from Atlantic Canada through Quebec into eastern Ontario, and we may just get brushed by the edges of that shield of precipitation. See where it is right now, up towards Petawawa, Pembroke, Cornwall, and it continues to track its way back towards the west just because it's in a bit of a blocked pattern. It has to navigate around or detour around this rock in the river of air. We call a ridge out over the Atlantic. 11 today, 12 tomorrow. We're looking at variable skies after a bit of morning mist possible, and then Sunday, chance of morning showers, back into some sunshine in the afternoon. I'll have your full long-range forecast coming up. Now it's Inside to Elle.
We're looking at an excellent drive on all our major highways right now. You're not going to come across any delays on the 410 traveling southbound towards the 401. The 403 in excellent shape as well. The 401 across the city moving at the limit, as is the 404 and DVP combination. You're also going to find it trouble-free on your city streets, and everything looks lightly traveled. Mika, how does transit look?
It's pretty lightly traveled as well. Al, sorry about that. I was just thinking of Adjoa and you guys are fantastic. Anyways, let's talk about what's going on with bus services. There's extra bus services now put in place for certain TTC busy bus routes. The 300 Bloor Danforth, the 320 Yonge, 35 Jane, 29 Dufferin, 37 Islington, 39 Finch East, also the 41 Keele, 44 Kipling South, and the 52 Lawrence West buses all have extra bus routes on those busy routes for the morning and the morning peak rush hour services. If you are taking the TTC Underground, the subways are okay, and GO Transit actually is looking pretty good coming into the city. They also have reduced services for GO Trains and GO Buses. Gurdeep.
Thank you, Mika. Well, Peel's medical officer of health is apologizing after letters were accidentally mailed to more than a dozen residents saying they had tested negative for COVID-19 when they had, in fact, tested positive. Let's go to Cam Woolley near Huron-Ontario and Derry in Mississauga. Cam, I know there's a lot going on and the system's overwhelmed, but it's still pretty hard to reconcile this story.
Yeah, it is, Gurdeep, and I understand that things are kind of upended in Peel Public Health and just about everywhere, with some people trying to work from home. The building behind us is closed to the public, but either way, they got a pile of test results in, and they apparently weren't sorted properly. Some positive results were in with the negative, and 16 people that should have got a positive note got a negative. And these were mailed out Tuesday and Wednesday. It takes